All right, so this is week 2 of the ABR League, right? Week 2, week
This
2.
is week 2, sealed format.
Sealed format. This is my game, the Shoopuff champion from Floomf. There it is. Clearly the best team of ABR. I mean, nobody else will admit it, but I will. We're the best team. It happens.
Someone has to
So
be
yeah,
the best.
this is my just normal match against my opponent, Bonkers. You guys are in for a treat. I don't know. I had a lot of fun playing.
I'm glad.
So
What team is
yeah,
Bonkers from?
Bonkers is from the Duskrunners team.
That's great. Yeah, this
don't
must
know
have been
who
a
their
tough
captain
week
is.
for you guys, considering they were the number 1 team last week.
No, it's not a tough week. It's never a tough week. We're the best team.
Oh, okay. Great. Well, let's see how the best team plays.
Right.
Get this game going. All right, so
Here we are. Right.
we've got you here, Mulligan there.
Indeed.
What are you looking to do with your deck?
So my deck has triple Infernace, and then shoot, what was the other?
Not
It
finished
has
with you?
one other like Amber control card, and like that was it. And so it was. I was really trying to kind of hold on to some of my. So that's actually why I mulliganed. I think I had two of my Amber control cards in my opening hand, and I was like, I gotta get rid of these because I need them.
Gotcha.
Um,
And turn 1 Hunting Witch, and thankfully you have a Gleeful Mayhem. Some removal in hand to deal with that.
right. As soon as he played that, I was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Well, he gave me something to play my Gleeful Mayhem on."
Now you're a little bit better set up.
Right. So it has a handful of Brobnar creatures, not a lot, but a few. Really, the strong house in my deck was Star Alliance. It had the wacky Star Alliance cards that you always get, plus a ton of upgrades.
Oh, okay. And Light of the Archons.
Right, and well, only one Light of the Archons, but it has like 2 cloaking dongles. It's got Walls Blaster. It's got a Force Field. It's got some fun stuff.
I'm excited to see what it does. So you got this turn here. You've got 2 discards in hand, 2 discards on the board.
I think right now I'm reading what reverse time does because I was very confused at what just happened.
Oh, did you just
I don't
play
think I've ever
reverse time
played
now?
against reverse time. I was like, what?
That explains
I was like, wait, what?
So he gets the Hunting Witch back, so that was really the point there.
Right. He had 1 card in his discard pile, and he was like, you know what? I'm just going to shuffle it back in. Not the worst. I mean, he was calling Logos anyways, so not the worst plan. And he gets an early Library of Babel. But yeah, so this is, this. I was like, all right, let's do it. I got Walls, and I knew that I had Walls Blaster. So I was like, okay, I want to put a big fat Walls, slap some upgrades on him.
Nice. Force Field on him will hopefully mean he stays alive until that happens.
Right. Well, Cloaking Dongle.
That helps too.
I think.
Yeah, you got to put both on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just need to reap with him now. All right, Way of the Bear plus Hunting Witch makes a return.
Right.
So
it's funny. I was like, I must have been looking at my hand or something because I didn't realize he played Hunting Witch. And when I looked up, I was like, how did that get back there?
That's actually my experience when I was recording this. I was like, wait, what? I didn't even see the reverse time. I was like, holy shit, he has 2 Hunting Witches?
Yeah, I was just like, what? Huh? I didn't even make the connection that he had 2. I was just like, how did he? Because his discard is 0. So
far,
like,
this is
what?
only 1 Hunting Witch.
Yeah, I was still kind of under the impression it was the same Hunting Witch.
You're right. Yeah, his discard's empty. That was
so here's where I'm like, okay, what do I do?
Well, I see.
Because I don't want to
cool
play
move
the
here.
Infernace. He has got nothing in his discard pile.
That's true.
But I don't want to Volcano and just murder all my own dudes.
True enough. I like this Reap with Rock Rub. And then you probably reap with Eterome here to kill the Hunting Witch. Because you're all 4 houses.
So actually, no, I pause here. I don't know how Eterome works.
Oh.
Like, I mean, I can read, but I don't. It says like the house with the most cards, and I was like, we all have 1. I was like, do I get to choose? And then I just said, the hell with it. I'm just going to attack.
Fair enough. That's a safe way to go about it.
Because TCO is unforgiving. TCO will just make it happen, and then I'll be very sad. Live in humans, I can be like, all right, what am I doing? So yeah, then I throw down my Infernace to purge the Hunting Witch because I was like, I'm never seeing this again. And
Stop
I am
reverse timing that
mistaken.
back. Go away.
Right. And then I not finished with you yet for nothing because
Right.
it's in my hand and it has a pip.
Getting rid of the witch is probably good. Did you consider at all playing the not finished with you to purge not finished with you?
I did not because so again I have triple Infernace and well, I mean that's in my discard pile now, but like I actually have 2 not finished with you yet, and that was kind of like my big like I said, my big amber control.
Yeah.
Was like that was how I was gonna do it.
You need if the game goes long, you're gonna need to cycle those back and get them to keep the furnaces running. Sounds good. All right, a Fogify comes out, so no fighting. Fortunately, your Heterome can take care of the board or any issues without fighting.
Well, you think that, but I was looking at the board and I was like, my Infernace has already done its thing,
right?
So I think it's just time to get rid of it.
That's true. Set it up for the not finished with you in the future.
Right. And if I draw the other 2, because again, I'm thinking I need to cycle through my hand a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay.
So I throw on Brobnar and Volcano everybody.
Sure. Boop. All right.
It hurt the 2 chains, but I was like, it's fine. And I get the 1 Amber Pip back that he got captured, so I was like, all right, I'm sitting pretty.
Sounds good. Unfortunately, there's the scary threat of this Drumble coming soon, and you're at 5.
I don't know that.
You don't know that, but it's gonna. You just try and make sure people know that you've got chains.
Right.
At this point, I decided, maybe I should follow along, make thing. People who don't know the cards. So
yeah, he played the Witch of the Eye, and I was like, you son of a gun.
It's the Witch every other turn, basically. That's what's been so far.
I almost kind of feel bad because I answer almost every turn, and so he's just not able to get
board control is just so important.
Scary. Right, you're right. Am I really going to leave a Witch of the Eye sitting there?
I mean, I guess what could it get back is really the question at this point. It's not like there's a Hunting Witch in the discard pile.
Yeah, so I pop it with Draining Touch because I want to throw it on my Rot Grub, make him lose 1.
Perfect.
I want to throw it on my Lethal.
I think this Rot Grub's made the most 2 so far. It's been done more Amber control than your Infernus.
That is true. And I was thinking at the same time, I was like, I need to cycle my hand because I have all these. Again, I have all of these Star Alliance actions and upgrades, but nothing to play them on.
Right. Mind Barb hits Red Alert.
Red Alert.
Honestly,
which is
you probably
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm never going to use this. Or at least at this point, I was like, I'm never going to use this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Remember him comes down, which is pretty solid. The funny thing here, I did not realize he holds on to Drumble.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, he does hit me a little bit later with it.
I think you actually I think
he
gets you on next turn.
Yeah, but I don't know. I would have maybe.
Well, the Snudge, I
would have maybe played it.
The Snudge, especially here, if it lives, he could just bounce it back to hand. But I guess that's a big if. I don't think Snudge is a scary enough card that you kind of have to do something about it.
Right. So I throw down my Smith, burst up,
nice,
which is exactly what he wants with his freaking Drumble. But
do some fighting.
I do my thing. Do some fighting.
You're prioritizing creatures on the board versus health on your Grok, right?
But see, now all he does is play Drumble, and this was one of the this was definitely a turn where I was like, wait, can I just waste a turn right now? I was like, he's played 1 creature. He captured all my Amber, which makes me sad. But I was like, it's not like it's going anywhere. Yeah. And I'm like, he doesn't have Worlds Collide deck. He doesn't have Saurians. I was like, that Amber's not going anywhere.
He could have Interdimensional Graft. That's about the only card I think you should be worried about here. Maybe he finds the Lash of Broken Dreams or something later. But yeah.
He doesn't. He is playing Dis. Never mind. Yeah,
there are 2 Amber control cards to worry about, but Lash is super slow and Graft is a uncommon, so you might be okay. And technically,
I was just thinking, do I need to kill this now, or can I leave it for what? Do I need to call Brobnar and swing, or can I just leave it there?
I guess the answer was Brobnar and swing.
Well, so then I was like, wait, my Grok can fight into the elusive and pop, get the fight, lose 1. And then And then I had a small hand of Brobnar, and I was like,
cards.
all right.
Get a 5-card Star Alliance turn.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely lucked out where I was like, oh, wow, I just have 5 cards.
I mean,
and now it sets me up, well, in my mind, I'm like, perfect. He's no board, no nothing. Like, I got this. I'm going to dump 5 Star Alliance cards next turn. I'm going to forge a key and drop 5 Star Alliance cards.
This is a nice hit for Library of Babel. Picks up a Quicks of the Adventure here and turns the 4-card Logos card hand into a 5-card hand. Reverse time.
He reversed time again. He does it a few times in this match.
Yeah.
An interesting move. I remember actually at this point I was a little nervous. I was like, wow, he's got a lot going on. I was like, okay, I need to figure out what's happening.
I'm just being like, oh sweet, what's in the rest of this deck?
Right? Actually, it's funny. I do the exact same thing. I click on his discard pile and I'm like, all right, what's in here? And that's when I was like, wait, he has 2 Hunting Witches? I was like, 2 Hunting Witches, a Dust Pixie, 2 Ember Imps. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this guy's playing with fire.
I've dodged some bullets so far, basically.
And he pulled another Drumble. Wow.
I think he got his Drumble back.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, when he time swapped.
Yeah, exactly.
Reverse time.
So now I'm like, wait a minute, are you just gonna? I think I was preparing for the Infernus. Be like, what?
It's exactly what I was doing. I was like, hold on, because I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, I see his board. I'm like, all right, I should probably deal with his board a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, if I call Star Alliance, nothing's attacked from hand. But I could call, like you said, I could call Dis, swing with my Lithal to kill something, rot grub him away, and throw it in my Infernus to at least purge some of his stuff.
That Dust Pixie looks really, really tasty for the Infernus.
Nom.
That's a -2 Amber that he didn't even get himself.
Right.
Ooh.
But instead, I'm like, I have a hand of Star Alliance. I'm going to play said Star Alliance.
You play.
I was also reading every single. Yeah, I was also reading all of his creatures, and I was like, okay, the Bat Drone can steal 1, Quixo can draw 1. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, he also just dumped a big hand of Logos. What are the chances he's going to call Logos again?
A lot of people say that, but Reap for 4, or in this case, Reap for 2, steal 1, draw 2 cards. Sounds like a good enough turn.
I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the Library of Babel. He actually draws 2 cards, steal 1, and Reap for 2.
Yeah.
Not too shabby, really.
Mm-hmm. It was scary. 4 creatures on the board of the same house is probably a good turn, no matter what.
Plus I throw a stealth mode, so he can't play actions
sweet.
Anyways.
Yeah.
And there we go. Now I'm set up. Now I've got Not Finished With You Yet and Double Infernus.
Nice. Yeah.
Now I'm ready.
All right. So Logo's turn. He decides. He's like, all right, I like the draw 2 cards plan. Unfortunately, that Fogify is going to be a dud thanks to your stealth mode.
Stealth mode.
I wonder if he saw that. Or if they saw that. The stealth mode.
Oh, you think he was like, you know what? I'm going to Fogify you again.
Mm-hmm. That's potentially what's up.
Yeah, you drew a witch with his Quixo.
Yeah.
Snaker.
Not bad. I guess, yeah, the Untamed turn there is not that great because the Hunting Witch doesn't have any follow-up. Before the Quixo drew the Witch of the Eye. It's a really unfortunate looking 5 Untamed cards. Alright, so he gets rid of your fingers, which, you need those to play Keyforge, but...
I think I paused right here because I'm like, how did he kill my fingers? I was like, she has elusive. Because he fights with Quixo right in the beginning to, draw his card, and I was like, that's a Reap effect. What do you mean fought with Quixo?
Yeah. Good old Quixo.
Yeah, if I was Bonkers... Well, that was a good turn, though. That was a solid turn. Like you say, draw 2, Reap for 2, steal 1.
Right, doesn't even play the Fogify.
Then kills, 2... He kills my Groke. I put Amber on my Groke because I wanted him to fight into him.
Okay. Why did you want him to fight into Groke?
Because it was powerful. I thought he'd have to trade. Forgot that Bat Drone has skirmish.
Right.
Well, I think at the time he didn't even have Bat Drone out, but
right. That's fair.
But yeah, I was like, I'm gonna put a big guy. I'm gonna give Amber. Grok was also had like 4 damage on him, so I was like, he's dead anyways. But
Definitely
hopefully he can trade. Yeah.
Don't want him fighting into your Chan or something.
Right. I want to tempt him into. I was almost gonna put it on Special Fingers because she had elusive and she had a Light of the Archon on her.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, you already want to fight in my Special Fingers, so I want to spread the love.
All right. Good call. All right. So this turn looks pretty straightforward. Only question is, what are you purging with your Infernus, right?
Which is exactly what I'm thinking about right now. I'm staring at the 19 card discard pile, thinking, wow, there's 19 really good cards here.
Right. So there's Dust Pixie, Reverse Time. There's Scrambler Storm in there. I saw it's pretty big.
There's double Ember Imps.
Mm.
But I also immediately I was like, oh, Dust Pixie, Hunting Witch, Dew Fairy maybe. I was like, I better get rid of a bunch of these. But then I was thinking, wait a second. I want to purge cards from different houses. Because I was like, I don't want to stack my opponent's deck.
Right.
If I purge 6 cards from, Logos, then that's half of the Logos cards in his deck.
Right. All right.
So obviously I do. Yeah, so I go after the Dust Pixie to get the 2 Amber, and then I go after the Library Access because I don't know. He hasn't played the Library Access yet, but I was like, if you get a big turn of Logos out in the Library Access, I was like, I know how nasty that can be.
So makes sense. And he's only saying at 1 Amber. It's not like you need to target Amber with this second one or the first one. Like you can spread it out pretty easily here.
Right.
So you pick up the.
So I go after the True Brow because it's like a weird, a little bit of a weird ramp, and then again I'm trying to do different houses to try not to stack his deck. I almost went for the Gateway, but I was like, Gateway's like if he board wipes, it's a full board wipe. I was like, I'm not too scared of the Gateway.
All right, and you kind of want your Infernuses back in the discard pile.
Right. I was like, there's nothing that like has to stay on the field in my deck.
S-Chan wants to stay on the field, but yeah. Your deck's doing a pretty good job of just playing pips and then play effects.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually this deck does have, I forget how many, but it does have quite a few pips straight from hand.
We're looking at your discard pile now, we can see a good number of them, and Smith did a lot of work already. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I count
8, I think?
8? Yeah, 8 pips. In your discard,
8
you got
pips
3 more
plus
in your hand.
The Smith. Yeah, plus the Smith gave me an additional 2.
Definitely control.
I not finished. So this time I not finished you yet. Not finished with you.
Got 1 turn with 4 creatures, and you took advantage of it
because my draw pile is
not last too long.
Like 7 Brobnar and 1 Star Alliance card, and so I'm like, well, I was like, Alaka starts ready if I happen to use my sticky jack or whatever.
Yeah. Also,
yeah, at this point he throws down another Hunting Witch, and I realize I just purged 2 of them, and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, perfect timing there in the comments. So Hunting Witch the Eye, full discard pile. This cannot be allowed.
Right, that is exactly what I'm thinking. I'm like, well, it's time to murder something. My initial reaction was to just call Dis and just ram my Infernuses into stuff.
Right.
But then I was like, hold on a second. I was like, I have Brobnar. Yeah, I was like, I have some Brobnar cards, and I know that I think all of those 4 cards in my deck are Brobnar cards. I think I actually drew the 1 Star Alliance card from that draw turn.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, all right, I think I can do this. I think I was like, I can play Brobnar and smash some stuff.
Play Brobnar and give another Brobnar turn.
Pretty much, because I only need to get rid of 2 of the creatures on the field.
Right.
So I have Berserker Slam.
Perfect.
Boom.
Parent. often considered the best Brobnar card in Worlds Collide.
It is. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not bad.
Exactly. Did a good job dealing with that witch. It's strange that they keeps putting his Way of the Bears on like these creatures that he doesn't want to fight with.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Well, no, he got me with a good one once. He did get me with a Way of the Bear once, but I was like, but yeah, I saw that on the
witch. I was like, wait a minute, you're never fighting with that card.
Yeah, and at first I was like, is it Hazard 3? And I was like, no. I was like, it's just okay.
Slimy Jark.
So that was, yeah, I should have reaped with him. That was a misplay. I was just like, well, I'll hit him, and then if I happen to call Brobnar 3 times, then
I'll get him eventually.
Yeah, exactly. But then almost immediately I was like, why didn't I just reap with him? And I was like, oh, well, whatever.
All right, so
like, I still check at 6.
Nice, that was a really good hit, 6, because that Drumble sitting there.
Ooh, I did not realize that, but I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna still hit that check.
But Bonkers,
and like I said, I drew 3 Brobnar cards.
Bonkers,
so I was like,
I
wanted a Brobnar
get
board.
rid of this dumb Dexter and put him up at 7. Mindbar comes back, gets rid of one of these pips. Starlines cards.
Yeah. But that was fine. I was like, well, I'm not playing Starlines.
That's true.
Forge a key. Exactly. Yeah. I was like, I got to hand a Brobnar. It's time. It's time to fight.
So,
and the cool thing is, my Alaka did exactly what I was hoping for. That she's in my hand while I've got a semi-board of Brobnar.
Yeah. At least one Brobnar creature was skirmish, so that's good.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was the sticky jerk,
slimy
like
jerk, I think, but
slimy jerk.
Yeah. The question
is, I thought he was stupid. I looked at his card and I was like, this guy's dumb.
Yeah.
But you know what? Having even if it's just a
game.
1-power skirmish is actually not too bad.
It's like
just
to really
get some of the weird like fight triggers.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It does activate your
Locker. Slimy Jark. Slimy Jark fights.
What does he fight? He fights. Oh, you reaped with him.
No, so I actually reaped with him this time. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna reap with this guy.
I learned my lesson.
Pretty much. I was like, I learned my lesson. I wanted to keep my Forge Master out as much. Forge Master. That was I had 3 Infernuses and then I had Forge Master, and that was like my Amber control. So I was like, okay.
Warriors Refrain here stuns some stuff that's not really relevant.
Right. So the reason why I do this is I was like, I'd rather reap with. Oh, again, my Forge Master. I was like, I want to reap with my Forge Master so I don't run it into somebody.
Right.
So this way I was like, well, I'll just stun everybody instead.
Nice.
And then I'll kill his Snudge and then reap with my Forge Master and then play my Narp.
Sounds good to me. Any consideration on what side to play Narp on?
At the time, no. But almost immediately after playing him, I was like, crap, I put him next to the guy I didn't want to fight with.
Yeah.
At the time, I was like, it doesn't really matter. I was like, I don't plan on fighting with either of them. So I was like, whatever. And then as soon as I drew this hand, I was like, oh, I'm just going to dump all of these upgrades and like burst out.
All right. So it plays
I got 5 pips in hand. Actually, I have 6 pips in hand, but 5 of the same house. But this is what I did not realize. He hit me with a Fogify and a Scrambler Storm. And I was like, what? Okay.
Honestly, when I was watching this game, I missed the Fogify part.
So did I. I was like, hold on a second.
Why can't my Chan fight?
I want to fight. Well, no, I mean, I caught it right before I called my house. But I was like, okay, Scrambler Storm. I was kind of going back through the chat or whatever. And I was like, okay, Scrambler Storm. And then I was like, oh, Fogify too.
Yeah. I saw this comment from you and I was like, well, how did he lock you out? You only have one card that cared about it. Even though I was staring at the Fogify right next to it. He's just been in his hand this whole game. This is what it felt like. Well,
it was funny because I immediately, my immediate reaction was like, oh, I should fight his board off. And then I was like, oh, wait, you threw a Fogify. And then I looked at my hand and I was like, wait, my original plan is just burst up to 6. I can still do that. I was like, the only problem is I'm just not playing the I was like, not playing the stealth mode. Which was kind of, to me, I was like, that's perfect. I'm going to burst up to 6 and then stealth mode and then deuces.
Yeah. I mean, stealth mode is a good way to almost guarantee you win the game. The Drumble in his deck is the best solution. One of the best solutions to stealth mode, essentially, for amber control. We got some
I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it anyways.
Yeah. Let him forge this key here. It's okay. You can have your first key. I'm going to attempt to win.
Pretty much.
All right. Forging. So, Super Chan. I think that's the plan here.
Yeah, so at this time, I'm like, do I care who I put any of these things on? I was like, do I want to put them all on like an important character? And then I'm like, nope, I'm putting them all on Chan.
You can put them all on like Lothal here, because she at least has another Reap effect and she wants to fight sometimes. I don't know. But yeah, Chan's probably just better.
Yeah, I was like, Chan's great. Well, so what I was also thinking was, I think this is like maybe the second time or third time I called Star Alliance, and I'm like, when am I going to call Star Alliance again? And then I'm like, whatever, I'll have a giant Chan.
Good enough. All right, so good blaster target. What are we looking for here?
This confused the heck out of me, because so it was like, okay, choose what it was like. First, choose a reaction, and I had to like click on Chan, and then it was like, choose what thing you want to do first, and I was like, pick Chan's action or whatever, and then it was like, cool, and I clicked on Infernus, and it auto reaped because I can't fight, and I was like, okay, and then it was just said choose reaction again, and I was like, what? And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to assume that means who am I going to hit with the blaster?
Right.
I was very confused. I was like, wait, what am I choosing? What am I doing?
Gotcha. The reason why you picked Reap with Infernus here instead of Lilith?
Because I did not read Lilithal's thing. I did not read her Reap effect.
Gotcha.
I was also at 10 Amber, so I was like, meh.
It's not a big deal here. Thought I'd ask.
And really, I just wanted to shoot the dude for 2.
That's all we ever want to do.
Which actually was perfect. I didn't think about it at the time because I didn't know he was going to call Logos. But now his Library of Babel just gives him the Dexter back, which captures one, I guess. But at the same time, I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's not a very good card to draw. Or it's not going to win you the game or whatever.
Right. He needed Effervescent Principle there. I think is the only card that might have helped him. That's in Logos.
Something. Yeah. Yes. Something big. So yeah.
Yeah. Good job. Congrats.
I mean, I did draw. I just drew all the cards I needed, which was perfect.
And you did draw your whole deck. You did shuffle once and play like 2 or 3 turns after that.
Right.
So congrats on the win.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That earned your team a win for the week, so you must be excited about that.
I am. I'm glad I'm a good team player, I guess. I'm glad I could help out my team and anchor us across the finish line. That was very fun, and I just had a good time.
Great.
Just a pretty good time. I mean, well, it's hard to have a bad time when when everything is going right for you.
Thank you all for being here today. I hope you all stick around. Make sure you check out the Shadow Council. The other video we did from the other commentary video we did from week 2, sealed week. That would be the future match between Plague Drats, and Z-Force agents. And
it's a good match.
It was a good match. And
not as good as this one, though.
Of course not. Of course not. This one had Floomf There It Is in it, so
Floomf.
But yeah. We'll see you all next week for adaptive matches.
Oh yeah, next week adaptive. That's your specialty, if I'm not mistaken.
That is my special format.
Hopefully, we can get some insight and get some good coverage of your match next week.
Only if I win. No.
Only we only have winning matches. I have to admit, it was a little nervous when you were like, "We're gonna film this," and I'm like, "I better do pretty okay.
You're Floomf. You had to, yeah, of course. That's why I told you you're gonna win.
I knew I was gonna win. Of course, I knew I was gonna win. It's me. It's me we're talking about. Of course, I'm gonna win.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. We'll see you guys next time.